Hello and a very warm welcome to this review show after day one of the Mumbai test, and India have ended the day on 221 for 4. This after a brilliant century from Mayank Agarwal. India at one point were tottering at 80 for 4. Ajaz Patel had taken 3 wickets in the space of 15 balls. The 3 top order wickets, and in that Cheteshwar Pujara and Virat Kohli getting out for ducks. But Mayank Agarwal first with Shreyas Iyer and then with Wriddhiman Saha played the rescued act and went on to score 120 not out. India ending the day on 221 for 4 and will be sitting comfortably after the day's play. Nikhil Narayan is here with me to look back on the day's action. Nikhil, I think India will be satisfied given that at one point they really looked like they were in trouble.
Yeah, I mean 221 for 4 after winning the toss. India will take that score, Meha. The first session belonged to New Zealand. It was a great fight back by Ajaz Patel. But I think in the second session, just losing 1 wicket, scoring 110 runs, I think second session belonged to India. Overall, India just ahead. They'll be the happier team going into the dressing room after day one.
Now, I was just listening to Mayank Agarwal's press conference. He'd come, after that brilliant 100, and some of the things that that he said. One being that he did have a conversation with Rahul Dravid about what he can do and whether he was under pressure. Remember that there was all this talk around Mayank Agarwal possibly being dropped to accommodate Ajinkya Rahane in the side. But he says that Rahul Dravid spoke to him and said, you can only control what is in your hands. So go out there and, use this opportunity that has been given to you. And don't think of pressure, easier said than done. But this is what he said in the press conference, Nikhil. And the other thing that was interesting was that despite Ajaz Patel bowling so well, there was this strategy from Mayank Agarwal to go out and hit him, and you saw that any time there was a ball to be hit, he went after him.
Yeah, the striking feature, Meha, about Mayank Agarwal's batting, his 100 today, was the way he used his feet, danced down the track to Ajaz, all the spinners actually, but especially to Ajaz Patel, who was the pick of the Kiwi bowlers. He hit altogether 14 fours and 4 sixes. His fluency against the spinners, whether it was lofting them over, long off, long on, extra cover drives, that stood out for Mayank Agarwal today. It was a very positive, full of intent, and another 100 for Mayank Agarwal at home. His average at home, Meha, is 90. Yeah. And, when Rahul and Rohit come back, he'll again have to make way.
I know, and this is going to be my next question, that it is a problem of plenty when it comes to India's opening batsmen, and I think that's where this gets so complicated and difficult for someone like him. And this has happened to him. So imagine that he came into this test match under tremendous amount of pressure because he doesn't know how many more chances he will get. So in that sense, and also hasn't been among runs since 2019 February, I think, when the last time he got, I think, 58 runs. So for him to come back and bat like that, and was slightly circumspect against Tim Southee, but then just paced his innings well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first couple of hours, you do expect him to be circumspect, especially against Southee and Jamieson. The new ball was doing a bit, was swinging a bit in the first hour. But once the spinners came on, he was absolutely brilliant. Agarwal's case, Mia, is so similar to Akshar Patel's. Jadeja and Ashwin are just better. And or they're not better, they have the first mover advantage. And the same with Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul. Whatever Agarwal does, if tomorrow he makes a double 100 also, he will not play as the first choice opener.
Which has happened. He's made 2 double hundreds, and the way he's batting, hopefully he goes on to make another one. And that's how much he loves batting in India, because of what even his strike rate suggests. That's what we can see. But Nikhil, let's talk about some of the other things. The way Cheteshwar Pujara got out, Shubman Gill as well. We already saw what happened with Ajinkya Rahane. How long before we see another, as I read on Twitter, another minor niggle or strain, next to Cheteshwar Pujara's name?
I mean, if he continues to bat like this and gets, dismissed the way he got today, He's not many innings away from that niggle. You know, Cheteshwar Pujara, a duck. It was a beautiful delivery by Ajaz Patel. He dipped in, but surprisingly, Pujara, does play the spinners very well. He uses his feet very well to the spinners. But I thought he was a bit too early in innings to use the feet. He got done in by a beautiful delivery, dipped in and took the top of off stump. You know, maybe he was trying to show intent at the top of the order very early in innings, because he's been criticized for that in India, slow scoring. But whatever said and done, you know, Cheteshwar Pujara, another failure in India, no 100 since that Nagpur century against Sri Lanka in 2017, 4 years ago. Yeah. Average of less than 32 in India, one of the worst for number 3 batsmen at home. You know, Cheteshwar Pujara is under pressure.
Yeah, he is under pressure. And I think one of the things that they will start looking at is India playing at home and whether they can play the likes of Ajinkya Rahane and Cheteshwar Pujara in these conditions given their record here. But also, the big question of the day, Virat Kohli out or not out? I think everybody, all Indians will agree that it was a not out, and you could see that, you know, the ball had edged the bat first. But what did you make of the whole situation?
I thought he was unlucky, to be fair. I'm not saying as an Indian, I'm saying as an analyst. I think he was unlucky. To me, it seemed the ball did hit, it took the inside edge and then almost simultaneously hit the pads. Replays did suggest, you know, that it may have hit.
It was inconclusive.
Inconclusive. The benefit should have gone to the batsman. Also, there is some MCC rule which suggests if it hits the bat and pad simultaneously, you assume it hits the bat. That wasn't followed. A lot of confusion. The third umpire gave it out because he thought the
soft signal was out.
Yes. You know, a lot of Kohli wasn't happy. Twitter has gone berserk. So,
but you know what this has done now is, first of all, Kohli's average is for the first time 51. He's never gone below it or 51.
Correct.
And the other being that there is that pressure on him as well to score runs, because I was just looking at his average of 27. This whole year has played 10 matches. And, you know, I think he got a 72 in one of the games. But you're looking at possibly your captain being under pressure to score runs now.
No, he's under big pressure since that Bangladesh 100, which was in November 2019 at the Eden Gardens. He has only scored some 563 runs at an average of below 26 overall in Test cricket. No hundreds, you know, failure rate very high, failed in 12 of these 22 innings. Virat Kohli is under severe pressure in Test cricket as a batsman. This is a very big lean patch for a batsman of his class and caliber. Very, very long lean patch.
Okay, quickly before we go, India's plan for tomorrow would be to just bat out first session without losing any wickets, and Mayank Agarwal possibly getting to another double 100 at home.
Yeah, Mayank Agarwal, third double 100. Saha maybe 100. It's maybe his farewell also because Rishabh Pant returns for South Africa tour. And then, you know, score 400 plus, and maybe then you only need to bat once. But New Zealand can make a comeback in the first half. First half will be very crucial.
Just quickly, also, I have to ask you about the press release that came right before the match began. And what did you make of that? Because, of course, that was also something that was trending on social media. Ajinkya Rahane being unfit. My question to that is that how is it that we got to know of it on the right before the match was to begin? They were training in the nets. Virat Kohli had a pre-match presser where he didn't talk about it. What suddenly transpired overnight?
It's happened before in Indian cricket and in world cricket. Ravindra Jadeja, yes, had an injury, but I mean, from my experience, you know, as a journalist, as an analyst, I don't think Ajinkya Rahane and Ishant Sharma had any injury. It is a cover-up, Meha, because I mean they're the senior players, and you don't want to say they are dropped or their career is coming to an end. As simple as that.
Okay, well, that's it then on this special. Yes, India ended the day on 221 for 4. Mayank Agarwal still out there at the crease tomorrow and will look to convert another 100 into a double 100 as he's done in the past. That's it from us. Thank you, Nikhil. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.